Hello, I'm Lisa Byron, along with my colleagues, Savannah Barrett and Glenn Bridges. We're going to be talking about the significant challenges impending teaching adoption in K through 12 education. And the first one we're going to start out with is the solvable challenges, those that we understand and know how to solve. With regards to integrating technology in teacher education, basically the Horizon report states that teachers are given all this technology to learn when they go to professional developments or in services. They're shown how to use this technology. It's all great, and then it's given to them, and they're left to their own devices to try to learn how to figure this out and how to implement it into classrooms, which can be difficult because if you don't get a full training session on how to use this, how are you supposed to turn around and give this to your students and teach it to them? So the solvable solution would be to give teachers better and more proficient training on how to use these new technologies and how to properly implement them into their lessons, into their classroom, using the technology in order for the students to understand it, and really just getting them to be more proficient. Teachers they're expected to learn this and then teach it, and they need more training on how to do it. I guess the next challenge would be our difficult challenges for teachers.
Yeah, we have difficult challenges, those that we understand, but for which solutions are elusive and they're not as easy to solve. And one is personalized learning, making sure that every student in your class has that opportunity to grow and learn where they're at. And for my example is that currently my class are using a math program called Dreambox, where I can assign a standard, and it will give the student a lesson, and the student can go in and perform that lesson. And if they are having difficulty, the program will automatically recognize that and then break the content down step by step and reteach the student, and then send them back to the lesson to see if they are proficient or not in the lesson. And then also rethinking the roles of teachers. In the article, it said that students are now no longer consumers, they are creators. And us as teachers are not standing in front of a class anymore and in teaching a student. The kids, we may teach the content, but then we're providing opportunities for the kids to become creators and create their own learning and their own projects and products. And then our next one is Wicked Challenge.
Okay, the Wicked challenges are those that are complex to even define, much less address. And so these are really just the ones they just don't know what to do with. They, one of the major things that I saw was the closing the achievement gap, and also providing for those low-income students or those underserved learners. What happens is a lot of times these technologies are implemented, and you have students who are from low-income families who can't afford to use the technology. Basically, if they have classes, they're in high school and they have classes which require them to go online or to pull up books online, and they don't have internet access. There's one of those things that makes it very hard for them to actively participate fully in those classes outside of the classroom. And I was saying that I knew of a story of a friend who went through the same problem where their daughter was in those in a class that required them to go online on a regular basis and pull up her books online, but she didn't have internet access, and so that she was forced to go find internet access elsewhere to do those things. And so the technology is meant to provide a innovate learning and creativity with your students, but it's not a level playing field because some of these students do not have the access to these particular items and the resources they need to be successful in these classrooms. So those are the three challenges that we saw, the three types of challenges that we see that impede technology adoption in K-12 education. These are the things that we saw. We feel that can be addressed. Some of them can, some of them can't. I think that's about it right there, huh?